Hello there, fellow NPCs. I'm Scythe, and today we're getting back into the house in Fata Morgana, and we are currently on the finish line of this story. We have just killed the white-haired girl, according to her wishes. The saint did not wish to... she did wish to be alive, but she cannot be alive. She needs to die in order to stop the curse. And so, us, the namesake of the Archangel Michael, took a sword and ended her life. Now, it's going to take a long time, apparently, before the curse is broken completely. Because it needs to deteriorate or something like that. But now we're going to talk with Morgana, I believe. I did check it out, but I don't know what's going to happen. But we're going to talk to Morgana one last time, I assume. So yeah, with that said, let's go. The whiteness surrounding me evaporates, and I find myself back in the observation tower. I can still feel in my hand the impact of the sword piercing her breast. Damn it! Why? Why couldn't there have been some other way? Freezing a soul is not salvation. God damn it all! She deserved better. So much better than that. Oh. No, now is not the time to grieve. There is work to be done. A girl to whom I must offer the chance for salvation. I mustn't cry over the white-haired girl's death now. There are things I need to take care of first. Morgana. Okay, we're calling out. Morgana. Or something. Morgana stands there, staring off absently into the distance. After some time, she slowly turns to face me. What exactly was all that about? Come on, say something. Answer me. Morgana. How? It doesn't make any sense. He and the Lord, they couldn't. There were two different lords. The one at the estate and the one who locked you in the tower. How? What was he doing there? That's not... I didn't... The man I was trying to curse was the Lord who threw the blood sabbats. How did I... Are you saying I remember wrong? That's ridiculous. I won't hear it. I won't have it for a second. You were in a very tenuous condition, Morgana. More than even you realize. You can't assume anything you saw in that state of mind to be true. Why? Just why? That only makes it that much worse. Why would he do that? How could he kill me? He said he would show me the world. I cried for him. And he turns out to be the one pulling the strings. You saw what led to this. You heard what he had to say for himself. Misunderstandings that were unresolved, that should have been cleared up immediately. What he did was wrong. Indefensible, as far as I'm concerned. This all could have been avoided if he had told you everything. That said, Morgana, I can somewhat sympathize with how he felt then. You can sympathize with that monster. In what way? He loved you, sincerely loved you. And to be the target of such vitriol from the girl he cared so dearly about, to mistake him for someone else entirely, I can understand how that would have hurt. It doesn't matter. That doesn't change anything. Like I said before you started all this, it doesn't change anything. Does this revelation change what happened to me? Does it make me any less of a hate-filled witch? What does it matter if he had his reasons? What does it matter if he's not the one who I thought he was? It doesn't change the fact that I despise him with every fiber of my being. It's time to let go, Morgana. I met with a white-haired girl. I know her true nature. That's not me. You're right. I cannot definitely say that you and the white-haired girl are one and the same. However, I can say with certainty that she was a part of you. a creation of your broken spirit. The fact remains that she was closer to you than anyone else, in every sense of the word. Can you see the situation you're in, Morgana? The terrible, tragic irony of it all. You cursed yourself along with everyone else. You brought ruin to a life of your own creation, numerous times. You murdered yourself. It's time to let go, Morgana. There's only pain to be found in continuing down this road. Morgana. I take a step towards her, and she steps back, quietly maintaining our distance. I can almost hear trembling in her voice as she says, "Stay back. You. Stay away from me. You have nothing to be afraid of, Morgana. I won't hurt you." I said, stay back, you. I bet you think this is hilarious. That I'm a blind and a fool. Morgana. Yes. Good on you, my dear. You've revealed my big secret. That I'm a feeble-minded little girl with a poor memory. You've uncovered the truth of my death. Discovered the white-haired girl's true identity. I always presumed she was you. How foolish of me. Laughing like I knew anything. Cursing the entirely wrong man. Absolutely brilliant, you might say. I made myself into quite a laughingstock. I'm not going to laugh about your pain, Morgana. I've come to realize that perhaps I empathize with you out of more than just out of our shared loneliness. We were both yoked with unimaginable misfortune. Lived our lives in lamentation of our fates. I understand your pain. That boat has long since sailed. You're right, it has. This is a realization I should have come to much sooner. Though you said it wouldn't have mattered, I still should have made an effort to get to know you in life. I feel guilty about how I constantly pushed you away. So, I'd like to make up for that now. I approach Morgana, hands stretched out towards her. She stands there, bewildered, as I place them on her shoulders, pulling her in. Not for my own comfort, as I had so many times before, and not for some pretend sense of pity for a sad pile of bones. I embrace her, and all the pain and loneliness she holds inside. Her body gives off no warmth, and it's as weightless as the skeleton all those many years ago. She, like me, lost so much in life. But unlike me, she had no one there in her final moments. It's alright, Morgana. Everything's okay now. The tale behind the fourth door may have been a fabrication, but the creator's soul is always somewhere to be found in her creations. Knowing the inseparable link between her and the white-haired girl, that's where I'll find what I'm looking for. I'm here for you. You're not alone, Morgana. We can end all this suffering together. It's going to be okay. What's wrong with you? Have you completely lost it? Do I need to remind you of everything I've done? Of all the pain I've caused you? No reminders necessary. You did quite a number on me indeed. Then do you want to tell me how we went from that to you holding me? You didn't do what you did out of a particular grudge against me. Of that much, I was always certain. So I hold nothing against you. I bear no ill will. Nor, I'm certain, does Giselle. You're much too forgiving. I imagine there's something about having experienced the kind of pain we have that makes it hard to harbor any ill will towards any of our kind. Shared trauma or not, you and that woman really are something. God, there are no words for how much you irritate me. The bite slowly drains from Morgana's voice. and in the quiet, I think her muffled attempt to hold back a whimper. I pull away slightly, putting a hand under her chin and lifting her head. She quickly averts her eyes, but doesn't knock my hands away as I reach them into her hood, gently setting them against her cheeks. I run my fingers across the exposed flesh, then slowly pull back the hood covering her face. Well, look at that. You're quite pretty without your face hidden. I didn't think you were the flattering type. I assure you, I'm not. Go on, touch your cheeks. Yeah. So what does this mean then? That she has accepted something? Because you would look the way you saw yourself, essentially. Or is this the white-haired girl coming back to her soul? So, perhaps. Now this is the girl you were always meant to be. If Morgana had had a less of a harrowing life, this is probably what she would have looked like at 16. You know, you look a little like the white-haired girl. We look nothing alike, I can assure you of that. She was the very antithesis of me. But she was also once part of you. The last thing I want is to be like her in any way. And why is that? Because I never liked that girl at all. Always putting others before herself. Just watching her was aggravating. Although, in retrospect, she was everything about myself I deemed unnecessary. So that might explain why it was so hard to watch. Also, I was so sure she was you, which made it all the more frustrating. Why would her being me bother you so much? Because that wasn't you. You're aggressive, you yell, you fight. Is that how she saw me? How wouldn't it bother me that you came back as a quiet, passive, subservient girl? Now I know that it wasn't you, so... You were that sure it was me, despite thinking we were nothing alike? Apparently so. Hold on a second. Why would that bother you? I'll let you figure that one out. See, the white-haired girl was everything Morgana wanted to be, I guess. Huh? It's not important. So, you've got my attention. What are you planning to do now? To leave the mansion with you. To set everyone free and break the curse. Setting them free will set you free as well. So you want me to release their souls? Exactly. Just so you know, I haven't forgiven them. My hatred isn't going to just vanish like it was nothing. I'll never be able to forgive them completely. But you're right. This has gone on long enough. Morgana, I'm not even sure what I'm doing anymore. And it's all your fault. So, sure, I'll release their souls. I'm so glad to hear it. However, I don't want to see them alone. I'm not sure I'll be able to set them free if I have to face them on my own. That won't be a problem. I'll go with you. We'll go see them together. You get to be my guy this time, then. Get to take up Giselle's old mantle. That I do. Even if it means taking this hand. You honestly think I have any reservations about that? God, I swear. You really are the worst. Lead the way, my dear. To where their souls await. Yeah. It is going being very mellow now. Very dampened. Hand in hand, we travel the cursed mansion's corridors. The halls overflow with darkness, cut off from the sun and devoid of color. Despite having spent much time in this place, it's never stopped being depressingly gloomy. No one, for any reason, should be left behind in a place like this. We cross through the living room, making our way to the back garden door. There are no children laughing beyond the door, but I can faintly smell flowers. Michelle? What am I supposed to say to them? If nothing comes to mind, you don't have to say anything. I get the feeling they'll have something to say to you, though. So if you would, try to hear them out. I'm not looking forward to this. It'll go fine. I promise. Nothing that happens could possibly make things worse than they already are. The only way to go from here is up, so up we go. Let's go then, I suppose. A hollow breeze brushes through the grey-filled rose garden. The shadow standing there turns towards us. It gradually starts looking more and more like the young man it once was. Morgana? It's okay. We're here to free your soul. Michelle. You forgive me for what I did, Morgana. No, I don't. All this means is that I'm done cursing you. Either way, thank you. I know what I am doing here now. Or I guess I remember what I'm doing here. I deserve to be cursed after everything I've done to you. It can't have been easy, that's for sure. I'm sorry for all the pain I caused. What's done is done. I guess. Still, I wasn't lying when I said I wanted to be friends. I meant it. I really did. I know now why you did what you did. Why you sold me out. Some people might say you had no other choice, but as the girl you actually sold out, those are words you'll never hear from my lips. Fair enough. Nonetheless, objectively speaking, you too were a victim. Do you not resent me for punishing you in spite of that? Huh? I presume you're now able to recall everything. Both your first life and the second one I subjected you to, when the house was called Rose Manor. Yeah. What happened then was the result of my wish. You have every right to despise me. The way I see it, with or without your curse, Nelly still would have had the same feelings for me. It was my fault for being too dense to realize she thought of me as more than a brother. Things would have turned out the way they did regardless. The white-haired girl was the spark that set her off, though. And it was because of me that she ended up at that mansion. My wish to see your life utterly ruined. And in service of that desire, the white-haired girl was spawned into that era as your half-sister. So I disagree. My curse did play a significant role in your fate. Regardless, I don't feel like it would be right of me to blame you. Things turned out the way they did, because I was weak and ran from the problems instead of facing it. Michelle wouldn't have had to get hurt either, if only I'd had more of a spine. I guess calling her Michelle is kind of confusing with Michelle here, huh? How should I refer to her then? Girl Michelle, maybe? Creativity is not your strong suit, is it? She wouldn't happen to be around, would she? She has departed from this world. Or perhaps it would be better to say she's returned to her rightful place in it. The girl you knew as Michelle is gone forever. Ah, that's too bad. I was hoping I could apologize to her too. I believe you made your feelings quite clear. Not that she would hold it against you if you didn't apologize. That's simply her nature. Oh. Well, Morgana, I'm so sorry for everything. I'm going to free your soul from the bonds of this cursed mansion, after which it should return to its rightful place. Okay. But before that, I got one last thing I'd like to say. To you, Michelle. To me. It was a little hazy, but I kinda get to see what you were up to until just a little bit ago. If you hadn't done what you did for me, for Nelly, for Morgana, for everyone, I'm not sure I would have been able to work up the guts to apologize. I'm pretty sure I would have still been convinced I wasn't at fault. It may not have been real, but your effort here wasn't in vain. Thank you. You're welcome. Well, I guess this is goodbye. Farewell, Mel. Until our souls cross paths once more in a boundless sphere of fate. Goodbye, Morgana. Damn. You don't have to tell me that he wasn't a bad person. But bad people aren't the only ones who do bad things. That's true, yes. But having a conscience can be a double-edged sword. The regret so overwhelming you don't want to believe you could do something so awful that some outside force must be to blame. So I hope you're willing to accept at least part of his apology. Lead the way, my dear, to where the next soul awaits. Now we're going down to the basement, I guess. To face the beast. Bestia, the swordsman. The staircase leading to the cellar is quiet. The air is still. No sound of flesh being devoured. No stench of blood. Just darkness reaching ever downward. I'm going to have to ask you to go in first this time. I don't mind, but why? I'd rather not be skewered. He'll be fine, I'm sure. I doubt he'll attack. I can't say I'm anywhere near as confident as you. So you get to be my meat shield, should anything go wrong. Ah, so that's what I am to her. We may not have bodies, but we are still capable of feeling pain. You don't have to remind me. I have to say, I'm surprised you actually made it to the top of the tower. Is that supposed to be a compliment? Half and half. Regardless, don't assume you're safe just because you're already dead. If he were to attack and destroy your soul, you would be erased for all eternity. There would be no coming back, in any shape or form, after any amount of time. Just something to keep in mind. I'm not worried. We shouldn't have any trouble talking to him. If you say so, then off we go. I push open the cellar door. Behind it, a shadow of a man sits on the floor, leaning against a stack of boxes. He slowly rises to his feet upon hearing us enter. And as he does, the blackness dissolves away, revealing the man. I almost didn't recognize you. Your face, it's not how I remember. It's back to normal? I see. So you weren't a witch. You were a pretty human girl. You look a little like the blind girl. No, I do not. Not one bit. If anything, he looks far more like her than I. White hair, red eyes, they even have almost the same name. I think comparing her to a large, dour-looking man is a bit disrespectful. Don't pretend you look any more approachable. He's not even half the man you think he is. Wow! Jesus, you just gotta get that jab in. Was that really necessary, Morgana? He is a man. He is indisputably a man. No matter what reasons you have to claim otherwise. Actually, can angels be male or female? Can you please cut it out with the angel thing already? So, what brings you two down here? We're here to free your soul. You're forgiving me? Absolutely not. However, I've decided there's no point in punishing you any further. I see. You are, in no uncertain terms, one of the most evil men I have ever encountered. I can hardly argue with that. Should you so desire, I can eradicate you. Morgana, what are... Let me finish, Michelle. Instead of letting your soul return, I can erase it. Your existence is a scar on the world. The allure of killing is too strong for you to resist. Even without my curse, you would bring pain and misfortune on others. You're right, and that would probably be for the best. The world would be better off without me. And I know that. I do. But I don't want to disappear. As you wish. Then I will release your soul. Before I go, allow me to burn this into my soul. You must resist temptation if you are to blend in. So in my next life, I won't be a killer. I suppose it's worth trying. Do your best. I will. Farewell, Yukimasa. Until our souls cross paths once more in the boundless sphere of fate. Farewell, Morgana. He's not the only one who derived pleasure from others' pain. Morgana. It's strange, setting them free. I both feel like a weight's been lifted. And like I'm the greatest villain of them all. Perhaps by forgiving them, you can come to forgive yourself. But if I forgive them, what does that make everything I've done up to them now? The first step toward moving on. Could you forgive those who wronged you then? The woman who tormented you. Your brother who made a mockery of you. Your elder brother who took your life. Your mother, so unwilling to accept you, she burned you at the stake. The villagers who falsely accused you of being a witch. Your father who raped the woman you love. Could you forgive them? If they were willing to repent. And if they weren't, what if they showed up intent on causing you more pain? Then I suppose I'm not acting much better than any of them right now. Let's go. We have one more soul to free. Yeah. There's something I've been meaning to ask you. Is Giselle really there? With you? Because I can't sense her at all. If she were in the mansion, I would know. But I can't feel her presence anywhere. Be honest with me. You can't feel her either, can you? Are you sure her soul hasn't extinguished? She's here. I'm certain of it. Lost somewhere deep in the mansion's darkness. Once we purge that darkness, she should be free to return. I have faith in her. I see. Well, I'm not sure how much this means coming from me, but I hope you see her again. I will. And thank you. I'm actually rather fond of her, Giselle. Although I suppose it's hard not to get a little attached to someone you've spent several hundred years with. Just attached. Giselle, she's fairly fond of you herself. I can only hope. The smell of cigarette smoke seeps through the cracks in the den door. It's perfectly quiet behind it, however. No chatter or clacking of billiard balls. Morgana appears slightly reluctant to step through the door, or perhaps she's tense. Shall we? Her hand in mine. I push open the door. A shadow is perched on the edge of a dark green rectangular table. He freezes for a moment when he hears us enter, quickly finding his composure and marching towards us, determination in his step. The shadow dissolves, revealing the man. Morgana. Your face. It healed. It did. It's been a long time coming. And would you look at that? Not a letdown. Was it him that healed you? Yes, it was him. Well, I'll be. I was always hoping I'd be the one to have the honor. You lost that qualification when you... Yeah, I know. I'm the one who made you into the witch. The one who killed you. I don't expect or deserve your forgiveness. I'd still like a chance to make amends in any way you wish. Even if it means being cursed for all eternity. I'm here to release your soul. Once that's done, that's it from me. No curses, no forgiveness, nothing. So you're cutting ties completely? Damn. Truthfully, I had no idea how you felt about me. But that ship sailed long ago. Far, far too long ago. I know. Nothing can change how I feel about you. Not anymore. I bet. I'm going to release your soul now. Could you hold off on that a moment? I don't expect you to reciprocate or even accept. But if I don't put my feelings into words, I'll never get them through to you. I think that's how she put it in a way. Right. That's what the white-haired girl said in her letters, I believe. So I ask for this one last chance, to put them into words. Morgana. Fine. The girl with the white hair, my wife. Michelle, what of her? Something about that name always felt off to me. I could never shake the feeling that calling her that was somehow wrong. When I first saw that smile, I was dead certain that she was what had always been missing from my life. That I had finally found what I'd been searching for. And now, I know why. Because I felt you in her. The memories of you ingrained on my soul. You should know better than anyone that we're nothing alike. That girl wouldn't say anything remotely impolite even if you held a knife to her throat. You're right. You're nothing alike. But you both got this aura about you that drew me in. Your soul's aura. I loved you dearly, Morgana. I got no right to ask anything of you, I know. But could you maybe smile for me? Just once is all I ask. I can't do it. I should. I know I should. That it would let us end things on a nice note. But I can't force myself to smile. It wouldn't be fair. Yeah, I guess you're right. Sorry for putting you in that position. I've said my piece. I'm ready now. Okay. Very well then. Farewell, Jacopo. Until our souls cross paths once more in the boundless sphere of fate. Goodbye, Morgana. You couldn't have done anything more for him? Such as? I wouldn't deny that my feelings about him are complicated. But the things he did to me, they eclipse all that. Merely learning the truth, hearing how he felt, is nowhere near enough to erase that. Couldn't you at least put a little hope in your next lives? That maybe you two could try again? No. No, I can't. I don't want to encounter him again. Ever. Then, if nothing else, could you try not to forget that he did save you once? I suppose. Though my salvation, Michel, was not ultimately at his hands. I was watching to the very end. It may all have been an illusion, constructed from the memories of everyone's souls. But that didn't make your actions any less real. The things you said to me, your earnest desperation. Learning the truth is only partly why I decided to release their souls. The biggest reason, however, was seeing how far you went for me. If you hadn't been there for my death, if you hadn't done what you did, then I would not have freed them. Nonetheless, it is unfair of me to wish you to have shown him that smile instead. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. She's smiling now. Morgana? Well, that's the last of them. Shall we be off now? The front door should open, now that I'm not willing it closed any longer. Shall we take our leave of this house? Not yet. There's one more stop to make. But actually... Oh, yes, right. We are gonna get different endings here. So I'm going to stop here. And I think I'm going to try both endings in the next video. So yeah, we have released all of the villain's soul, if we will, the 3 shadows. We have released the 3 shadows. And now there's only one more step to go to make. And that is either to find Giselle or to make some sort of amends to Morgana again. I don't know. But I'm most likely Giselle. So yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and an extra thank you to all the members of this channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. Goodbye, everyone.